got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. In today's video, we are just doing a day in the life of a stay-at-home mom of 4. I have 4 kids, my oldest being 6 and my youngest being 8 months. And I just thought it would be fun to take you guys around today and show you what a typical day looks like for us. So of course the first thing that I do is I get the kids some breakfast. Today it was some chicken sausages from Costco. They're actually these organic chicken sausages and they're amazing. So those, some eggs and some blueberries, and then for me I had some eggs and some spinach and some apples.
But we smashed up all the parts. Oh na na na. Always knew that you were.
It's so fun seeing Elowen eat. She eats pretty much everything now, and the kids are always wanting to help out, so you'll see them jump up and give her water randomly, which is super cute. But literally the second I sat down to eat my food, Elowen was done, and she wanted to get out of the high chair immediately, so that's just mom life for you. I had to jump up and take care of her and put her down for a nap before I was able to eat my breakfast.
It's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know.
It was actually a blessing in disguise to have to eat my breakfast last because all of the kids were done and I finally got to have some moments of peace, and that is very, very rare in our house because it's always really loud, really chaotic, so it was actually nice to be able to do that. And today was a beautiful day, so I sent the kids outside right when we were done eating. If it's gorgeous outside, then the kids are outside. I'm making a London fog the really lazy way. So first of all, you're going to see that milk looked kind of chunky, which that sounds so gross to say, but that's what it was. It's coconut milk and a lot of it solidified in the fridge. So that's what you see when I'm pouring it in there. But after it's heated up, then you don't even notice, obviously, because it all becomes liquid again. But I was just going to do some Earl Grey tea, and I put it inside my little tea strainer, and then I put it over the Keurig and just let hot water run into it, and then poured my warm coconut milk and maple syrup, and it was so good. I've been so into London fogs lately. I go through like phases of loving coffee and then sometimes loving tea, and right now I'm definitely loving tea. I've been having tea every day for about 2 weeks now. And I decided to join the kids outside on this day because, like I said, it was beautiful out here and I had some reading that I wanted to do. Starting the new year, I told myself I really needed to be more intentional about reading my Bible and make it more of a priority. So I'm doing that. I have my Bible. I have these highlighters that I got so that I can really be paying attention, highlighting the things that I feel like are super important. And it was just really nice sitting out here. Of course, the kids had to come over because anytime they see me, they want to be with me, but I love them, so it's fine.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound.
On this walk, I am literally still trying to finish my tea from earlier. That's how it is. Right, guys?
Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
Mommy, I think I saw this.
Yeah, the branches.
I haven't put it yet.
Hi, princess. She didn't wake up very happy from her nap. She hasn't smiled one time. Okay, so we are back from our walk, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on lunch before it gets too late. I have a lot of cleaning that I need to do. I actually haven't cleaned all day. Like, we've just been trying to get a lot of our togetherness stuff done. So I have a lot of cleaning to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and get lunch out of the way and then clean the kitchen and the living room, do some laundry. I need to deep clean my room and the kids' rooms. So I don't know if I'm gonna get all of that done, but I'm gonna try my best. And for lunch, we're just having salmon. We've been having salmon for lunch a lot. It's just been really good lately, and the kids love salmon, and it's so good for you. We just get like the big wild caught salmon from Costco, and it's super good. I'm trying to lay down Auden for a nap. As you can hear, it's not working. Hold on one sec, babe. And then Elowen's just playing in her little thing. I'll show it to you. You'll see me pick it up. But yeah, she's just playing, so I have to hurry and make this before she gets mad. And then if she gets mad, I may have to wear her while I clean, or I might be able to put her down for another nap. I don't know. We'll see. This is what the salmon looks like. We get this, which is like the one that they have fresh out, and then we also get a bag of the frozen ones too. And then I make the same sauce. I'm really boring, but I like the same sauce every time. So I just mix some of these cocoa aminos, some sriracha, some of this sweet ginger chili sauce. This is lime juice and some toasted sesame oil. I mix that in a bowl. And then I take some of this homemade mayo. If you guys are interested in how to make that, comment down below and I'll tell you how. But this is my homemade mayo. And I mix that with some sriracha, and that's another sauce that I use. We're gonna cut up some cucumbers. I pickled some red onions the other night, and they're so good. These are quick pickled onions, and they're very easy. And then I have the oven set to 400. It's preheating right now. And also, excuse my nails, they look horrible. I had gel and I tried to take it off myself, didn't work out. But yeah, I'm gonna put on a pot of rinsed rice. So I went ahead and washed my rice, and now I'm going to put some water and bring that to a boil.
Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights.
I have been really good with cooking at home. I told myself after I was done being pregnant and done in the early postpartum phase that I was going to get back into cooking all the time, and I've been doing that, and it's been great. I meal plan. I usually do that on Sunday nights, and meal planning really makes it easier for you to cook at home. So if you struggle with cooking at home, I would highly suggest meal planning and grocery shopping so that you can stay on top of it. But and I've found a bunch of different recipes to make your life easier for when you have kids, like for muffins and egg bites and overnight oats and chia puddings that you can also put together on Sunday night, and you just have a bunch of different things that you can pull out of the fridge. And if you cook like big meals, like this is a kind of big meal for lunch, but if you cook a big meal for lunch and a big meal for dinner, you're just gonna have leftovers all the time that you'll be able to pull out of the fridge and just heat up in your cast iron skillet and serve. And it just makes life so much easier, and it's so good, and it's good for you.
Sing for me, darling, it's been quiet for a day now. Can't bear the silence inside my own head. I keep on hoping somehow we can make this alright. Just keep on trying. Glass after glass, I keep hoping you'll come around. Drowning our fights and whatever can be found, 'cause I've
This plate and Elowen's plate. Auden is asleep, and Eve said she's not ready for her plate yet, so didn't make her plate yet. My plate. Elowen makes the most hilarious faces. We call the face that you just saw where she scrunched up her eyebrows her gremlin face. She looks like a little gremlin, and it's seriously so funny and so cute. We are so obsessed with her. And of course, after Eve saw me and Ashton and Elowen sitting down to eat, she decided that she was ready for her food too. So I left my food once again to make her plate since she decided to eat now. But like I said, this is mom life. We don't really get to sit down very often.
time. Just keep keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights. Just keep on wasting. Might be easier just to let.
Josh is all packed for when he gets home. He always comes home from work super hungry, so it'll be easy for him to just grab this and get it out of the fridge. So I still pump randomly. I'm not pumping every day like I used to because I got such a giant stash that I honestly couldn't fit any more milk in my freezer. But I still pump randomly because we started giving Elowen a bottle of some frozen breast milk. She's almost about to be a year old, and so we're trying to use up the older milk out of the freezer, which is the months of April, May, and June. I'm almost finished with June and I still have so much, but I love that. It's such a blessing, and I'm able to put her down for her nap with a bottle of the breast milk. And so usually when I give her a bag, I will pump like every other day, and I don't usually get that much. I usually only get like 2 or 3 ounces, but I just want to keep up my stash. I'm not ready for it to dry up yet.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
So I told you guys in my last video that I am really trying to be more intentional, and I just thought I would share with you guys some of the things that I'm doing in order to be more intentional in my everyday life. So the number one thing, like I already have said, is not eating out as much and really paying close attention to what we're putting into our bodies, because our bodies are literally everything. And mental health is so important, and a lot of mental health is linked to the things that you put in your body, the things that you eat, the things that you drink. And so I'm cooking a lot at home again. Another thing that I'm trying to do is make sure that I spend time in the Bible every day. I also already mentioned that as well. I'm part of a Bible study right now, and I'm actually going to be a part of another Bible study, which I think is really great also for my mental health. We stopped drinking alcohol at home because we just felt like it was a distraction and it made us lazy. So we no longer have that in the home, and that's also been a really good thing for your health too, because alcohol isn't good for you, obviously. So that's another big change that we made. I made different charts with different chores that I want to do around the house every day of the week, and I also made a chart of the things that I want to do every day of the week. So like on Mondays, I'll have certain things that I clean, like I deep clean my room or I deep clean my bathroom. On Tuesday, I'll do all the laundry in the kids' rooms. Just different things like that. Like I'm trying to break it up to make it easier on myself. And I really like how I set it up in like a checklist type of way. So I hang it on the fridge and I cross off whenever I do a certain task. Another thing is I'm on my phone way less than I used to be. I've been listening to a lot of uplifting podcasts, which a podcast that I've been loving lately is one that my friend and her sister actually released, and it's called Sweet Tea and Jesus, and I've been loving it. I'll link it down below for you guys, but it's so good. She has new episodes every Monday. It's so encouraging, so relatable. They're also 2 moms of multiples, and they have a lot of wisdom, and I would encourage you guys to go and listen to that. And the other thing that I've been doing is I've just been making sure that I set aside time to read in books that I'm reading just for fun, and also read in books that I'm reading for knowledge, for education. And that can literally be anything. Like I'm always reading different parenting books because I just feel like I can never get enough of that information. It's always like I'm learning something new.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
It gets dark around 5, so that is when I shut down the house. And shutting down the house just consists of closing all the windows and closing the curtains, turning on the diffusers, making sure that everything looks nice and tidy. I'm hoping usually that Josh will get home at a good time so that we can eat dinner together. And on this day that I'm filming, I don't even remember if he got home in time to eat dinner with us, but I usually start on dinner around 6, so 5 is when I do my cleaning, but I start around 6 because Josh usually doesn't get home until later in the evening, and I want to be able to eat with him, so I start cooking later. But I usually do super simple meals where I can be done cooking in like 30 to 40 minutes, and it usually only takes us like 10 to 15 minutes to eat. And after we eat, we usually tackle putting the kids down together, or I will go and take a bath and put Elowen down for her bedtime, and then Josh will go and handle the 3 other kids. It just depends on the day and like how it's been and how wild it's been. And if Josh doesn't get home until later, then I go ahead and take care of putting the kids down. I like to have them in bed, lights out by 8:30. So I usually start putting them to bed around 7:30.
Life, I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air.
As I was putting away things, I just saw that this nightstand was really crowded, so I went ahead and organized it and took anything that didn't need to be in there out. That's another thing that I've been trying to do. Like if I see a space that needs some work, instead of saying, oh, I'll get to that later, or I'll do that tomorrow, or whatever, I go ahead and I sit down and I just tackle it real quick, and it usually doesn't take that long. I think that I procrastinate a lot with cleaning and getting things together, and honestly, I'm trying to just get rid of that whole mentality and just knock it out as soon as I can. And also, you'll notice that our Christmas decorations are down. I didn't film a undecorate with me video this year. I was undecorating very slowly. I was doing a little bit at a time. Because it was just difficult. It has been crazy around here. I've told you guys a million times, I'm still trying to get into the swing of things. I'm figuring it out a lot better now, but especially with Elowen and how she is just so unpredictable. Ever since she had RSV, she has like no schedule at all when it comes to her sleep, and all of my babies had their sleep like figured out by the time that they were her age. So she's going to be 9 months this month. And all of my other kids had like their sleep patterns figured out. Like I knew exactly when they would nap. I knew exactly when they would go to sleep. I knew exactly when they would wake up. But with her, it is so sporadic. I never know what she's going to do. So it's harder for me to plan things like around her nap or around when I put her to bed, because I never know what she's going to do.
You drive. Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
Whenever I vacuum the rug in here, I'm always going all different kinds of directions because it's a shag rug, and I feel like you can't fully get it clean unless you go all different kinds of directions because there's just so much rug to do. So that's why it looks kind of crazy when I vacuum in here. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but I just go all different kinds of directions so I can make sure that I'm getting everything that I possibly can out of this rug. And I have to vacuum this rug every single day. If I don't, then I know that this rug is going to get gross. And Elowen is all over the floor. She's crawling all over the place, and I want to make sure that it's as clean as it possibly can be. So I have to vacuum this rug every single day, and every day that I vacuum it, the dustbin of the vacuum is completely full, and it's so gross. So I don't think that it's possible for me to not vacuum every single day. I think when it comes to having 4 kids, having 3 dogs, you just have to vacuum every day. So that's what I do. Yeah, and see, this is the dustbin. This is what it looks like every time. Even though I just vacuumed this rug the night before this is what it looks like.
I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this.
I like to clean all of the common areas, I guess, before I go to bed, the ones that I see the most, which is like the mudroom, the living room, the kitchen, and the office. And I also like to make sure that the next day is set up for me to be able to do laundry. So I was already done putting the kids to bed, eating dinner, everything was already done at this point, but I wanted to come back out and just finish in the mudroom, finish with my laundry, and just try to get the house looking nice before the next day. If I do that, I always have a better day. Like, it is guaranteed that I will have a better day. So I make it a essential part of our nighttime routine to go ahead and get the house turned down. I'm not sure exactly what time it was at this point, but I think it was at like 9 o'clock or so, which we usually retire to our room at like 10, and we watch TV in bed or something. So we still have some time together, and then we pass out around midnight, and then we wake up and we do the same thing all over again. But I love our life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you got some motivation and inspiration and some encouragement. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Forever.